Hi guys, Hugh McTeer here for the Liga Lowdown for Stadium Sitdown outside the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. I'm thrilled to be joined by someone who has come all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to be here.
I'm Kiyan Sobhani from Managing Madrid. When you asked me to come and sit in front of the Bernabéu on lawn chairs to talk football, I was like, I'm there. No hesitation.
Yeah, you brought your own deck here as well, sitting over there.
Yeah. I was just camping out here, waiting for you to show up.
So the idea is we're going to talk a little bit about Real Madrid. We're going to talk about some of the current themes. The season has just started. We're not going to get too specific about individual games, but we're going to dive into all things Real Madrid. So let's start off.
Let's do it.
So the transfer window has just shut, so the first thing we have to talk about is Real Madrid's summer transfer business. I heard there was quite a big important player who left.
Yeah, so I've been told.
Contral.
Yeah, Contral, yeah. I mean, we went through a whole summer like forgetting about his existence, and then one day we saw him train, like, oh, we have Contral still. I mean, with all due respect to him, he had an amazing, like, 2010 to 2012.
Yeah.
Put Arkan Robben in his pocket and against Bayern Munich.
Bench Marcelo for a while.
He did, yeah.
The other guy though who left was Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He's gone. Everybody knows why he's gone, where he's gone, how many goals he hasn't scored at his new club. But we're going to talk about the guys who have come in to replace him, specifically Mariano Díaz. He's taken the number 7 shirt as well. I know you are fascinated by the legacy of the number 7 shirt. He's not Cristiano Ronaldo, but Real Madrid did have to bring in another striker, another centre forward. How do you feel about them going for Mariano Díaz instead of maybe Lewandowski or someone a bit older?
Well, I think the market was tough this season. I mean, it is what it is. Like you had a list of, first of all, you can't replace Ronaldo. You got to go back to the next best thing, which is, let's say, Neymar, Mbappé, Harry Kane, Salah. You're just not going to get these guys. Not this summer anyway. Maybe
no matter how much money you're willing to spend, some of these clubs are just not for sale, even for like 300, 400.
These clubs, we're not really in an era where these clubs need money.
Sure.
You could have theoretically splashed, let's say, 200 million or more for that for Eden Hazard. Sure. Does he really fit positional need, or is he just going to be getting in the way of Isco and Asensio, who are ready to make the leap this season?
That's true.
So I think Lewandowski is interesting. I mean, I think that arguably he'd be a great purchase for a couple of years, but at the same time, Bayern also had no desire. Even though Lewandowski was sulking around and saying, I'm not happy. I mean, Bayern just they have no choice. They have a choice not to sell.
But Leon had this clause where Real Madrid had first rights to Mariano if he was to leave. Sevilla were interested, and that spurred everything along, accelerated it. They got Mariano. We saw him a little bit at Real Madrid 2 seasons ago. We saw how good he was in Liga last year, scoring 20 odd goals. How much is he going to play, and is it more important that he's just the backup?
So I think the Mariano Díaz signing is, in a way, perfect scenario for Real Madrid, because I mean, it would have been ideal to do him last season because he would have helped La Liga for sure, and then going 17 points behind, you could have used Mariano's goal at some point for sure. On the other hand, you keep him, you may never see the Leon version of Mariano surface because he just wouldn't be playing. Yeah. So now you basically have him at Leon for a year. He's a better player. He comes back at a very reasonable price because of the whole Sevilla situation. And if you're Real Madrid, there's no way you can turn that down. Like you just at that price, you bring him back. He has a proven goal-to-game ratio. His XG was among the top 4 in Liga last year, and he outperformed the XG even. Like he can create chances. And in an era where post Ronaldo was just prolific at shot creation and just getting shots off. Sure. Mariano can help with that. So I mean, the question of does he play a significant role? I assume so. It's good to have that option off the bench. I think that gives a lot of security. And hey, I mean, if it lights a fire under Benzema to play the way he's playing now, it's a good situation, I said.
Okay, one of the other things I find really interesting with Real Madrid this season is the fact that Marcelo is really your only senior left back, and some would even say he's not really a left back, he's a left winger. You've got Reguilon from the, you'll help me with the pronunciation.
I think it's pretty bang on actually.
He's going to be backup basically, coming through from Castilla. How good is he? Can he do a job when Marcelo doesn't play? And how has the backup situation changed having him in place as if Theo Hernandez, for example, last year?
the Teo experiment until now hasn't been great, as you know. I mean, even his 2-3 games with Sociedad this season haven't been great. And so he has a lot of positional issues, he has some confidence issues. I think he's not the player we saw at Alaves. The Reguilón question is interesting. I had a chance to watch him with Castilla a lot last season, and he was quite good. He was one of their best players. And Castilla have their own issues, but one of the things that was consistently good for them was their defensive line. And Reguilón was very good defensively. He helped offensively. He saw him look good in the preseason. I'm very skeptical that he's ready for this level. I imagine even that we'd see Nacho trusted. Having said that, if there's a situation where Ramos is suspended, Varane or Vallejo are injured, Nacho can't cover that position. So you're going to have to rely on Reguilón.
Do you see comparisons with what we saw last year with Achraf and Hakimi coming through, where basically the switch from last year where Real Madrid didn't really have a backup right back, it was Nacho and Achraf. This year it's the same at left back.
I think it's the exact same thing. I would say the only difference is that Achraf was much more height at this point last season. Like he was one of Castilla's next big things. He had pace, like an absurd amount of pace. He had talent. Reguilón is very low under the radar in that sense. But I think the comparison is pretty accurate in the sense that, now you have Odriozola, who is like almost a guaranteed reliable defender in La Liga. So Nacho won't have to be spread thin on that side. So I think we're going to see a situation where we see Nacho on left back when Marcelo's not there. And if Nacho is pushed to centre back, then we'll see Reguilón. And we'll see.
And how about this? Okay, you've got Nacho, you've got Varane and Ramos, three of the best centre backs in La Liga. Could you see a situation where Lopetegui plays back three and has Marcelo as a left wing back, which he kind of just decides to play that position anyway, and with Carvajal or Odriozola, I think maybe well suited to that, and having those two guys bursting up the wings and having three centre backs to sort of take care of some of their defensive responsibilities. I don't think he's shown anything like that yet, but do you think that's
we've seen him do it with Spain, I think.
Yeah, he played it with Spain in some of the kind of games towards the end of qualifying. Could you see him doing that?
I could. I also would love to see it. I think it would be quite secure defensively to have and also someone like Vallejo at Frankfurt. He was built to play a 3-man backline. He was starting in a 3-man backline all the time, so he's also accustomed to that scheme. I think it would work. I would love to see it. I think his issue will be there's so many talented midfielders in the team. So to play that route, you have to take someone out of the midfield, and I think that's where he'll struggle trying to juggle the formation a bit.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, one of the other big storylines this season at Real Madrid has to be a guy called Vinicius Jr, 18 years old. He's come to Real Madrid, he's playing with Castilla. He got bit in the head this weekend. He also scored 2 goals. You were there to see it. How excited are you about this signing, and what did you make of him seeing him live in the flesh?
Well, it's interesting because I personally don't think it's the best spot for him because he's coming from a higher level in Flamengo.
Sure.
And now Real Madrid are having him at a lower level. I mean, one argument is he's closer to home. He can train with the team on a weekly basis. At the same time, in terms of match fitness and match playing time, it's a lower level. It's just
that's true.
So I don't know how good or bad that is for his development. And it's interesting because I talked to Solari after the game, and he was saying that we don't need him to do defensive work here or to get integrated too much into our tactics too much because he's just here to get fit and he is great. Yeah, so I'm not sure how that affects his development. We'll see, but it is interesting though, as even though I feel that way, not wanting him in Castilla, he makes it so much more exciting because it's actually really fun to go to Castilla games now, and the stadium, there's more fans, and he has, I was telling you this off air, but he has this Neymar feel to him, not in terms of how good he is now, but just in terms of his ability to provoke. Like he tried a rainbow kick that failed miserably. His decision making right now is really raw, but he has this aura about him. He wants to provoke, and for that reason, we saw the bite, which is way too far in response to all of course stuff. But he also scored two really nice goals. One of them was just phenomenal, outside the box, far post.
It's going to be
a wild ride, I think.
Okay, Kiyan, I have some breaking news in the last hour. The candidates for the best awards have been announced. The best request. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The drum roll.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, and Mohamed Salah are the candidates for the best three players. One of them obviously is a Real Madrid player, one of them very recently was, one of them might be in the future, we won't get into that. What do you think about that? Modric and Ronaldo, do they deserve to be there? Obviously there's a massive debate. Messi should maybe be there, Griezmann should maybe be there. If one of them were to have made the top three, it's probably for Salah, isn't it? Modric and Ronaldo, I think, are probably the top two at the end of the day.
I think so. I mean, it's interesting, like the NBA comparison. This is that LeBron James is the best player in the world every year, but he's not going to win the MVP because there's other players who just step it up over the course of the season. I think Messi kind of fits the bill here, but
it's 9.5 out of 10 every single season, but some years there's someone has a 10 out of 10 season.
Yeah. Salah had a freak season.
When it's a calendar year award, or this one just for the season.
Right.
Maybe someone could be in the conversation. Right. The goalkeepers. I think the goalkeepers are particularly strange. We have another Real Madrid player, Thibaut Courtois, who has made one full appearance for Real Madrid.
Interesting.
His antics against Leganés are obviously why he's made the cut. Along with him are World Cup winner Hugo Lloris, who is famous for his big mistake in the final, and Kasper Schmeichel. I find it all quite strange when we have Jan Oblak in this very city and Marc-Andre ter Stegen up the road. You're a Real Madrid fan. Are you such a Courtois loyalist now that you're going to be back in Courtois, or should Keylor Navas even be in there?
I mean, I think Keylor just won the award for.
How does that work?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not huge on these awards. I kind of know what the parameters are, but I think you could argue Keylor could be there. But I think there's keepers you could argue who should be there, shouldn't. To me, there are some like undisputables, and Oblak has to be there. Oblak and ter Stegen are the two. That's like they had a phenomenal year. Like those two, De Gea. I mean, if Neuer's healthy, he's in that discussion, obviously, but Oblak, I don't know if he's being overlooked somehow. Maybe people aren't watching
because he wasn't in the World Cup, or I don't know.
Maybe there's some recency bias with the World Cup. But Schmeichel's his leading choice. He had some big penalty saves.
He did, but there's a strange one to me. De Gea as well. I mean, you're going to take a player from the Premier League. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's all very
strange.
Gotta be
some World Cup
we won't spend too much time on it until the awards are actually announced, and then we'll obviously spend lots of time on it, getting very angry at each other on Twitter. Thank you for joining me, Kiyan. Speaking of Twitter, where can the good people of La Liga Lowdown find you and your work in Atletico Madrid? Where can you find you on Twitter?
Sure. I mean, my Twitter is @KiyanSo, KIYANSO. All my articles are posted there. You can follow me, and all my management Madrid work is posted there. So please reach out. I'd love to hear from you.
And you can follow along with La Liga Lowdown @La Liga Lowdown, all just together, one word, on Twitter. Take that into YouTube, and you'll find us. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you have found us. You should be subscribing and describing below in the comments, and following along. And you can join us next time for a stadium sit-down with whoever the guest happens to be. We hope to have you back on next time you're in Madrid.
I'd love to. I'll never turn this down. Never.
Oh yeah. But make use of the deck. We'll see you next time.